Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a couple weeks since we've done an update and we have a really good excuse why.
Yeah.
We are now officially Kodalin Party of 3. So as you can tell, the channel has been renamed and we're working on some new stuff. So just a quick shout out to Paige and Elise Lamy, Chelsea's cousins. They designed our new logo for the channel and we love it. Just working on some new channel art and then trying to go through and do some updates. So with the new channel, we're also going to update our Instagram and our Twitter accounts, and we will leave the links like maybe in this space right here. I'm putting Chelsea in charge of the Instagram. We started it off and then we weren't doing a whole lot of pictures, but now that it's rebranded and we have our new name, we're going to start doing probably a photo every couple days or so and just show you guys in between the videos that we do what's going on. And it's going to be a cool way to track how fast Porter's growing and the changes that we're seeing. And then also Twitter, I'll be working on Twitter, just trying to find some cool links that we can share with you guys, and then also drop the channel links on there so you can see the new videos when we post them. We just wanted to sit down and catch you up with what's been going on the last 2 weeks here and kind of explain the story of how Porter joined our family here.
Yeah.
Currently, Porter is 2 weeks old, and if there's anything we've learned in the first 2 weeks of being new parents, it's that you can't plan anything. It just happens, and that's exactly how Porter came into our life. We had watched tons of YouTube videos of other families starting off, and they did all of the preparing for labor videos.
Packing your hospital bag.
Yeah, just getting everything nice and neat and organized, and Chelsea, for the most part, was starting to do that. She had a lot that was already put together at the house, thankfully. But we thought that we were just going to kind of ease into this and she would hit 40 weeks. And we even talked at some point about maybe the doctors would induce her just based on how big he was getting. You know, they were going to have to do something to kind of progress the labor and delivery on. That wasn't the case. I saw videos where people were filming the whole labor and delivery process. The rules for the hospital were that you couldn't film the actual labor itself.
Which I didn't want him to anyway.
Yeah, you couldn't film the delivery part, but you could do like, you know, in between and all that. So when I got a break, I picked up the camera and I'll show you some clips here. We kind of went around the hospital room. This was before he was born. All right, guys, holy crap. That has been it's been a crazy couple hours. So we are clearly in the hospital right now, and I got Chelsea in the bed, so she doesn't want to be on camera right now. We'll wait. I'll get a shot of her in a minute. But this is what happened. So Chelsea woke up at like, what time, like 1:30? 1:15. Like 1:15, and went to use the bathroom and noticed that her water broke, and I guess it broke like in bed, right?
It like popped, and I like ran to the bathroom.
So she said it popped, and then she ran to the bathroom, and then she started yelling my name. It was like, Kyle, Kyle, Kyle.
You didn't hear me.
I couldn't hear anything.
You heard me.
I'm like a heavy sleeper, so I was out cold. And Hootie, I guess, jumped on the bed and was trying to figure out what was going on. And I woke up, and then instantly I'm freaking out, like, what's going on? And then she's like, my water broke. And then it's just been a whirlwind. So I jumped in the shower real quick. I wanted to get cleaned up. And Chelsea was finishing packing the bag. She had all the baby stuff together. But I wanted to get the camera gear, get everything together, and load up the car. We drove in, and then Chelsea got in the room right away. They started hooking her up to the monitors, and then I had to wait in the waiting room. So I was hanging out there for almost an hour, just waiting for them to come back. And Chelsea will tell you later, I was very impatient, just wanted to come back as soon as possible. So they got us back in the room, and then they were going through all the information on the monitors and checking. Chelsea and baby were doing really well. And then she started having contractions like right away when she got in here, and super painful. So she talked to the nurse and they went through the birth plan, and we decided, Chelsea was like, we really don't have one. She just knew that she wanted medicine. So she said, give me the meds and give me every med that you can. So they started her on an IV, and they got her all set up for the epidural. They did the epidural, and then she was having a lot of pain on her right side still. So the doc came back in, kind of adjusted it, and gave her some more medicine. And now she is like a whole different person. So there was, what time is it now? Clock says 9:15. So I would say from, I don't know, probably like 3, 4 in the morning until like just now. She was just in a lot of pain. So several hours of just trying to figure out what was going on, and just shifting her in different positions. But the staff here is incredible. It was really cool just seeing everybody come together and help her out. And yeah, so Doc gave us like, how long? Like an hour? She's catching up on her phone right now. So
Yeah, they're gonna come in 45 minutes.
so come in like 45 minutes and check on her again, and just making sure that she's progressing and that the contractions are still on schedule and everything's looking good. I think at this time at 9:15 again, she is about 4 centimeters dilated. So we're just going to try and get some shut-eye for a little bit and rest, just because it was a whirlwind getting in here, and then wait for them to come back and kind of tell us what's going on. So we did learn that from 0 to 6 centimeters is like, that's like early labor, and then active labor starts at 6 centimeters going up to 10, and then she'll start pushing at 10. So we'll keep you guys updated, but whew, this is crazy. We had this all planned out where we were gonna like film at the house, and she was just gonna be doing the stuff like, you know, getting ready for labor, and it just all happened at once. So I'm excited, but also very tired. We got machines going off, so we're gonna let them check that out. But we'll see you guys soon. All right, so she's hiding, but give us an update. How you feeling?
So much better.
Yeah.
Kyle said I was a little short with everyone earlier, but I couldn't speak.
A little nippy. So
Yeah.
she's got a peanut ball now, so it's all covered under the blanket, but helping keep her legs propped up and stuff, like a yoga ball, I guess. But
Yeah.
so, what are your thoughts here before we go, boy or girl?
I don't know. I think it's a girl.
What's giving you the trouble right now, little girl?
Yeah. Sunny's about to have her world be rocked.
Yeah. So we're checking the monitors, and they were walking us through how to do all that, and just kind of see Chelsea's heart rate, baby's heart rate, and the contractions.
Right.
She's doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her.
Kyle's been a great support person.
Hold on, we gotta get closer to hear that. I'm sorry, say again.
I said Kyle's been a great support person because I couldn't function for about 3 hours there.
She's got all kinds of wires and stuff hooked up to her. We'll show you the lovely view that we've got behind us.
I know, we get to hear the
sound of
freedom.
Yeah, 2 windows, and then we got the fighter jets back here at Lake and Heath, so that was kind of cool hearing this morning. And then we'll go over, I'll show you the whiteboard that they've got. So all the doctors' information, we just went through shift change, so we had different doctors, nurses that were helping. Chelsea's blood type B negative. They're going to say that they need the cord blood. And then this is cool, they were just marking that she's going to breastfeed, do skin to skin. I get to cut the cord, and I found out I get to call the gender out. And then she asked for all the meds. That was big. And then the epidural. So again, we're just gonna keep playing it by ear and watching her progress. Let me see if I can get you in that shot. There we go. So she's doing it. We're so excited to meet our baby. So close. All right, guys, this is it. So.
Oh my gosh, I look terrible.
No, you look good. Look like soon to be a mom. So Doc just came in and checked Chelsea. We actually got to crash for probably like
An hour?
Yeah, it was about an hour. So between 9 and 10, they just let us rest. And then they came and checked Chelsea again, and they were talking in their language about all the numbers and stuff. And we're like, what does it mean? And then they're like, oh, well, you're like 9.5 centimeters dilated. And we're like, wow. So the medicine definitely helped Chelsea rest. Now we're there. So they said it's 10:15 right now. They said right about 11, they're going to come in and check her again. And if she's fully at 10, they're going to start letting her push. So they've got her upright now, and just, again, continue to monitor her. And they said everything's looking good. They were actually able to feel the top of the baby's head, which is just wild to me. So they're like, yeah, everything's, like in position, ready to go. So Chelsea and I are freaking out because we are 40 minutes away from being official parents and finding out what we're having, boy or girl, and that little belly coming out soon. So we'll see, but maybe the next shot, I think we'll have a little one. We'll have to see, and obviously they got to do all the checks and all that kind of stuff too, so it'll be a bit, but we'll touch base as soon as we can, let you guys know what's going on. Excited? All right, guys, we are back. So I think the way I'm going to break this up is I'm going to be at the house kind of filling in some of the blanks, but today is the 11th of July. So when I last had this camera in my hand, Chelsea was going into active labor, and they were starting to talk about having her push. I think it was about 10 a.m. is when I had the camera out. So here is a recap. So Chelsea started pushing, I think around 11 a.m.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I gotta go back because I think I had some stuff on my phone. I was trying to keep notes, but she started pushing, and the whole wing of the hospital just like filled up with babies or with moms coming in ready to have them. So we were in this room, and there was two other ladies, and then I think by the time Chelsea was like actively pushing, I'd say probably about 1 o'clock, they were just like bouncing from room to room to room here. And they were like, we don't know what's going on. Is it a full moon? Did you guys text each other? Like, everybody decided to come in and have their baby at the same time. So it was fun, but there were so many parts where they were like, all right, we got to wait for the doctor to come back. And there's like two other people that she's helping right now, and then we'll run over. And then she would check on Chelsea and be like, all right, you're doing well. And then we had nurses and we had technicians in here. And they were guiding through, and we were just counting down Chelsea. So she'd do series of like 10 seconds, and then she'd let off for a couple seconds and then push again, just timed with the contractions. And it was all whirlwind. Like, I felt like it was happening fast at some parts and then slow, but Chelsea did awesome. And she ended up pushing for the final time at 3:14. I'm looking over, she's in the corner right here. And I'll show you guys in a second, but 3:14 in the afternoon was the final push that got Porter through. And then immediately they went to skin, so they put them on her chest, and then was starting to clean up and get her all good to go. Oh, actually, she actually had to deliver the placenta next, so that was the other part. Yeah, she's giving me a face. It was interesting. Nothing like what I expected, and that's not going to be on YouTube. little
Home saving clip for you to watch.
Yeah, a little too R-rated, but they said everything looked good, and got her all fixed up, cleaned up, and then just did skin to skin for an hour. So I was super jealous because she just had the immediate contact, but that's what you're supposed to have. And then I got to cut the cord, and we got video of that because they took over my phone and they were going through stuff, and then taking pictures, and we were just a mess. Like, so much emotion of just finally being able to see him, and for her to be able to hold him and have that hour, that was really cool. And then they eventually got him cleaned up, all swaddled, and I'll take you through the room and kind of show you the areas that we've got here. But let me pan around now so you can see Porter and Mom together. There they are. He's just starting to open up his eyes a little bit. Well, now he's going to sleep.
Now, yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit. Gosh, that's crazy. So the official stats, they gave us a thing. I'll take a picture of it. It's like a birth certificate, but he was 8 pounds 2 ounces and 21 inches long. So they were saying that he was really good size and weight for a 37-week-old baby.
Just keep saying, imagine if he was in for 3 more weeks.
Yeah, if he got to 40, he would have been like a 10-pound butterball. So it was good to see that he had healthy weight. They weighed him this morning, and he was at 7'9", so he dropped a little bit, and they say it's like as long as he doesn't drop more than 10% of his birth weight, then he's good, just doing well. So the reason I didn't pick up the camera then after that is it just turned into, I had it in my head that I'd be able to kind of film as we went and give you guys updates, but here's the thing, like, I think we're running off of a couple hours of sleep, and that was expected. Everyone told us you're not going to sleep when you're here. And then everything was going on where they kept checking on him, kept checking on Chelsea. We were getting food, and I was just like, let's let things calm down. And then once we kind of get a break, then we can do an update and let you know. I'm exhausted. I feel like I got huge bags under my eyes here, but I think between the two of us, we're getting in a little bit more of a routine. We're understanding the 2 to 3 hours between feedings. So I'm really excited to be home so we can kind of just be in our familiar environment and just being able to work through getting some rest in our own bed and sitting on the couch, and then seeing Sunny and Hootie. So it's been a whirlwind. It's been awesome. It's been an incredible 2 days, and definitely 2 days I will never forget. But it was neat just to kind of experience everything and just go through this, and it was similar in some parts, but then very different than what I've heard or what I've expected, just from kind of hearing other people's stories. So that is where we are right now. So let me show you around the room real quick before they come back. So this is a look as you come in the front door there, just to our room. Then you have the bathroom, and then a sink and mirror cabinets, and then again you've got this is where we were throwing all of our stuff kind of on this table here, and then I was stockpiling some food and some snacks over there. And then Chelsea's in the rocking chair in the corner, and then this was her bed, and then they had like a pull-out cot that I was kind of, I would say sleeping, but like I said before, it was more of just trying to sit down, relax for an hour, see if I can get in some better light. So most of the stuff was just taking place on here. So they had the warmer right there when he first came out, and they had him under there, and then they had a scale where they got the official weight. And then this bassinet here has been home for a bit when we've had him wrapped up. So very good space, and we were really happy to, you know, have this much room, and you had 2 windows on there, so good daylight. Just felt like we could really stretch out. And they had a TV that's hooked up to like Netflix and that kind of stuff. So we've had a couple movies going, and just trying to get some noise, you know, as we're in here, and just have some background stuff while she's in between feedings and the checkups from the doctors. So that is our room. And then we came home and we were greeted with a really cool sign that was out in the front yard. And then there was a sign hanging from our entryway that our friends put together. And then people stopped by, they gave us food. They had some like clothes and some toys for Porter. And it was really cool. But by that time, I think we were in that autopilot, definitely running on fumes and extremely tired. But we were thankful to get home and get settled. So we wanted to do this video, we wanted to do it right, and we just wanted to do it when we had a chance to kind of catch our breath and, you know, get some sleep again and get kind of our wits about us again. But feeling a lot more comfortable. We've already gone to Barrie. We did a trip there to the gardens, and it was really cool. So we can tell already that, you know, he's going to be a lot of fun to travel with. We're excited to have him as part of this channel and kind of show you guys as he's growing and experiencing life here, you know, that he's also part of the adventures that we're doing here in England.
Yeah. I think it's just amazing to think that, you know, he started off as this little tiny cell and embryo and, you know, going back to all the IVF stuff, and we're really lucky that it worked the first round, and here we are sitting with Porter, and, you know, it's just crazy to think back a year from now, and
yeah.
Here we are. But, I mean, definitely some really cool moments from in the hospital. One thing that was really cool is I wanted Kyle to be able to tell me if it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
So he came out, they put him on top of me to do skin to skin, and I was like, what is it? And Kyle was like, I didn't see. So they had to flip him back over so Kyle could see that he was a boy.
And that was surprising. So if you watched earlier videos, I was 100% convinced that we were having a girl. And it was really cool waiting to find out the gender. And all the nurses and the doctors along the way when they were checking on Chelsea were like, that's so cool. You know, I love surprises. And so when they flipped him over, and because they had him covered up and they were cleaning him off, and then when they like showed me, I was just blown away.
Yeah, shocked.
One, to see him physically on Chelsea like that, it's just a moment I'll never forget. And I'm really glad that we can share this experience with you guys and be able to show you some of that. But this is something I really hope that he's able to look back at, you know, years from now when he's old enough to watch this video and understand and just know, you know, how many people cared and loved for him even before he came into the world. And then when he was there, we were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, a boy. Like, we didn't know. And
a big one. He was 8 pounds and 2 ounces. So
yeah.
Everyone's just like, imagine if he was in there for 3 more weeks, how big he would have been.
Yeah, so that was the other part. I just kept telling Chelsea what a superhero she is. Moms out there, like, hats off to you guys. I don't know how you go through all that. It was intense, even with the medicine that they were able to give Chelsea, you know, to help. Again, like, there's no way I could ever do that. So I remember calling my mom afterwards, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I saw the whole process. I'm so sorry I did that to you. Like, I don't know. It's just, the miracle of birth is insane. It's mind-blowing, and it's something that I think that we're still emotional about as we're like trying to get used to him and his routines, and it's just hard to believe that he's actually here.
Right.
So.
And when we came home, it was really cool because Sunny and Hootie were amazing with him. And I thought Sunny was going to be afraid of him, and I didn't think Hootie would care, but we had like a little moment when we came home and like sat on the couch. Like, everyone had left, like people that like dropped things off, and it was just like us 3. It was weird. And Hootie came over and like put his head on my lap and like was sitting with us. So it was really cool just to like see how the dogs like reacted to him. And I mean, even now, like he cries, they go check him out. And
yeah, they're gonna be so good. Like the swing that we have, the bassinet, they're always curious when he's like resting, and they just got to walk by and kind of give him a sniff and figure out what's going on. And definitely in the middle of the night, I think they're up and they're like, "What is going on with
they
this
miss
crying?"
their sleep too.
You can tell it's affecting them as well. But yeah, we've got so much adventure and just journey ahead of us, and we can't wait to involve them as well. You know, going out on trails and taking them for hikes. Chelsea's going to start doing the baby wearing now that he's a little bit bigger, which will be really cool to do some of the walks. But I really enjoy pushing the stroller around. It's just something that we've been dreaming about and really wanting in our life forever.
And now it's real.
Now it's real. Now we're here. So 2-week appointment again was today. Everything is good to go. He's growing like a weed, and they said the next appointment is 2 months, which that's just mind blowing to me to think like, you know, he's already 2 weeks old, and before we know it, we'll be at his 2-month appointment. So again, just a plug for Instagram and Twitter there. We'll put the links again. Go check us out and make sure that you're staying with us in between these videos. And I think an upcoming one that we're going to do is probably just trying to explore a local town. We're still under COVID restraints, so you know, just trying to respect that and making sure that we're staying safe and keeping him safe and healthy too, and away from like big crowds, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we just want to thank you and all of our friends and family that have helped us and, you know, been texting us along the way and calling. All the support has been incredible. We love it. We love you guys, and we can't wait to get back to the States and introduce you all to him. But yeah, this is Porter. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you on the next episode. All right, so we're going to close out this shot with another shot of Mom and Porter together. This is wild. It's so crazy. We've been talking and dreaming and thinking about this moment forever, and now it's finally here, and she's got a little bundle.